Hello everyone, the Anthony S. You aren't alone. Today we're going to do a slightly different thing. I don't know how it's going to be relevant to the rest of the content, but it is relevant in my space that I work in. It's going to be more on the social media side, and it's going to talk about some Instagram strategy that I'm learning now. I think is correct the way to go, and it's actually changing how I do things today. Gary Vaynerchuk, if you don't know him, you should look him up. And this is not a plug for him. This is simply he just has a deep knowledge in the space, and I think a lot of the things he does in social media is correct in terms of trying to build your brand. What he did back in, I'd say, the early 2000s or maybe 2010, somewhere in there, is he responded to people probably 4 to 8 hours a day, 4 to 8 hours a day, just talking to people on Instagram and putting out comments. And I'm seeing it as I'm doing it now. He came out with a $1.80 marketing plan, which essentially is giving your 2 cents 90 times. I think it's really good. Frankly, I've noticed that I'm getting a lot more feedback from the people, and a lot of people are noticing me, who I am, and I think that should be part of your strategy. I'm giving this one out for free because I simply think it's just like a necessity. Obviously, the content, you still got to pick that what you do on there, but I do believe if you go out there and put meaningful comments out on people's stuff, they will respond and thank you, and they'll probably even look at what you do and what you're all about. Think about if you're doing that 90, 100 times, that's 100 people you're reaching out to and putting a meaningful comment into their life. Some of them are going to go back and look at what you do, and then maybe when they need it, they might be like, oh, okay, that person's doing this or that person's doing that. So I'd say find time to get out there, make some comments on Instagram. Don't just like for like. Don't do any of that because that's not sustainable. It used to be, and probably what I'm going to change in my teachings for my students, do 100 likes. Well, 100 likes means you probably get people, it probably means you get other pages that are doing the same thing, and they'll like your page or follow your page, but they probably expect to follow back, and that's not actually gaining a crowd. That's more of like you're just liking other pages and they're liking your page. You're at growth hacking, and growth hacking is okay to get numbers, but it's not going to actually meet up to anything. It's just going to be whatever number you have is whatever number you have. There's not going to be any value behind it. Your engagement has to be up. And I explain like this. If you have 200 followers and 40 people are legitimately talking to you and 10 of them are your customers, that's 10 out of 200. That's a 5% penetration rate. That's pretty good. That's quite a bit of business, actually. If you have 20,000 and no one talks to you, it really doesn't matter what your numbers show. A lot of people get stuck in those likes and there's those follows, those subscribers. It's kind of irrelevant, and frankly, a lot of people get stuck on those numbers. I've seen it with my clients. I've seen it with other people. I've seen individuals buy 30,000 follows just so it looks like they have something. But then you can go look at their likes on their on their posts, or maybe they only have 10 posts. And you're like, how do you have 30,000 people in 10 posts? Like, unless you're Jack Black, who can put a YouTube channel together and get 10 million people to show up in a couple weeks. That's just not how that's going to be for most people, because they're not famous. They don't have a platform to stand on. So we definitely are aware when people are doing stuff like that. Don't think that you're flying under the radar. Maybe for a few companies right now, they don't realize what's going on, and they'll hire you on as an influencer. But at some point, they're going to figure it out, and you're just going to be irrelevant. So I suggest that you start making a real group. You actually create the brand around your name and start getting out there and having meaningful conversations, because that's what social media is about. It's about connecting. That's what it really is. It's the Anthony S. You're alone. Hope that works out for you. If you want to talk more about this, give me a chat. We'll see, what exactly you're doing. Maybe we can build a strategy out for you, all right? Talk to you soon.